Hey everyone, I'm back today to talk to you about Bee's Knees Lacquer's Part 2 of their Elden Ring inspired collection. This is such a cool collection. BKL had trouble narrowing everything down. That's why it was split into two parts. But let me get into all of the details and then I'll get into the swatches. So this collection is 9 pieces. So the first part was also 9 and this is another 9. And inspired by the game Elden Ring, this collection launches on the 19th of July at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, which is typical time for Bee's Knees Lacquer on their website. I'll link in the details. And then also there's going to be a gift with purchase for all orders placed before midnight on the 21st. So kind of everything over the weekend. All orders are going to get a cool gift with purchase, which I actually do have swatches of, but I don't have video of it because it's a gift, so I don't think you're supposed to see it yet, but you'll see it when you get it. And it's a really cool collection. These are all kind of in the same vein of like grungy colors. You've got a mix of different finishes. There's some shimmer, there's some magnetics, there's that kind of new like super sheer like shiny finish. She's calling it a gossamer finish, which is pretty cool. I really like the combo. Some of the colors are really funky too, and all inspired by Elden Ring. So shop opens on the 19th and at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Everything will be open through the 28th of July through about midnight, 11:59 p.m. And there's no cap on anything, and there will be site-wide 15% off sale. So, I mean, that's just awesome. If you're planning on getting some stuff, there's definitely going to be a sale, which is cool. There's also going to be some overpours. They have limited overpours from Hurricane Wars, I believe, as well as one other. Let me check. We're in business. So overpours available from Daughter of the Moon Goddess and from Hurricane Wars. So if you liked any of those polishes, those will be available. I'm getting over being sick, so I'm a little behind on like filming everything, but I'm just gonna kind of get over to the swatches right now, and then I'll talk a little bit afterwards about everything. So. All right, friends, excuse the quality of the voiceover because my voice is doing the least, so I apologize in advance if I'm hard to understand. But let's kick this off with one of my faves from this collection. This is Placidu-suuux, and it's inspired by the only boss that Tim could never beat. Tim is Sarah of BKL, significant other. And this polish is described as a sandy tan lion cousin with pink to gold shimmer and a ton of hollow flakes. So as per usual, I did only film 2 coats, but this is a 3-coater. You can see it's a bit sheer. The lion cousins are like a little bit more sheer than lion siblings. I'm pretty open about saying I actually prefer the cousins, but this one's such a cool color. It's actually a really good fall color too. I love it. It's like a really fun, sparkly neutral that I'm super, super into. And then next up, we have FFS, which I think this might stand for folks' sake, but I don't know for sure. I kind of hope it does, which would make me kind of like the color even more. But regardless, this is another favorite for me from this collection. I just kind of like a vampy-ish darker color with a blue shimmer. I'm a simple gal, what can I say? But this is inspired by that one trap that transports you to the crystal mine. So I would kind of assume that yes, this is that. So this is 3 coats, and this is a rusty reddish brown with a glowy blue shimmer. And then we have Lost Grace. And this is described as a sheer grape purple with strong gold to green to blue microflake shimmer. The shimmer is strong. As per usual, my lamp kind of pulls the gold and the green out, but the blue shimmer on this is strong. You'll see on the other side. But it is a sheer formula. I only swatched application of 2, and I have 3 on my final shot. And in the natural light, you can really see the blue shift. There's a note on here that this may dry with texture, so Sarah recommends using a glitter grabber. I actually don't think it needs it. I found that it dried super flat and the flakies are super smooth. So this is 3 coats of Lost Grace without a base coat. I just have clear peely base underneath. And then we have Cuz, which is, I love this one. It looks a little more green kind of in the bottle, but it's like a yellowy green. But it's inspired by the little pot in Jarberg. So this formula is what BKL is calling their gossamer formula. So it will never reach full opacity without a blurring base or like undies like underneath it. But I really like this polish. I mean, you could like double up on your base coat or just, you know, put on a cream underneath. But Cuz is described as a sheer grungy yellow with strong pink to gold to green micro flake shimmer. And this is 3 coats with just a clear base. So you can see it's pretty sheer, but I do think like 2 coats of a, you know, or 1 coat even of a blurring base would be nice. Then we have this beauty, Goddess of Rot, inspired by Melania. And this is a really nice one. It's described as a wine base. As you can see, it's like that vampy deep red. So a wine base with strong gold to green to blue shimmer. As per usual, the gold is pretty pronounced, and that green, the gold to green is on there, at least especially in this lighting, but it builds very, very nicely. So this is 2 coats. I would definitely do 3 for more opacity, but it's not like an overly sheer polish at all, in my opinion. And then this is 3 coats, so you can really see the blue there. So you just kind of have to wiggle your fingers a bit, and you'll see the blue come through, and then that's direct sunlight for 3 coats of Goddess of Rot. And then next up is Elden Beast, which is another favorite. I really like this polish. I don't really have anything like it. It is described as a smoky plum lion cousin with gold to green shimmer and a ton of hollow flakes. I love how, I love the smoky plum of it. I love how deep it is. It's a really good fall color for sure, but the gold complements that plum color really, really, really well, and it's excellent. I really, really liked this polish, and I feel like it also helps that the hollow pops on here, and it builds very well. It builds nicely. It's not overly sheer in general, but this is 2 coats in some direct sunlight, and then I'm inside, so you can see how the gold really pops on this one, and I really love it. Next up, we have Obnoxious Trumpet Sounds, which is just hysterical. And this polish is inspired by the Capitol, and it's a lion cousin, which is exciting. This polish is described as a pale gray with gold to green shimmer and a ton of hollow flakes. So you can see just from the base and everything that this one's super sheer. The hollow flakes obviously help, you know, with making it less sheer. This is the 2nd coat. But it's still, you know, you definitely want to go for 3 coats, and, you know, you could do like 1 coat of blurring base depending on what you want. I don't mind. So this is 3 coats over my natural nails with my aggressive visible nail line. You can see that nice like pale gray background. It's a really nice combo. Next up is like my favorite name of the collection, Crabs is Bugs. And this is described as a green leaning gray with fine particle magnetic hollow shimmer, and the fine particleness of it gives it like much more of that like hollow flame that you get. This one is incredibly sheer. I really like it because I actually don't own a color like this, and I love like a really soft, almost clear, like with the hollow. I would probably do, you can see as per usual, BKL has really, really reactive magnetics, which I love. I would probably wear like 2 coats of like a pink blurring base coat or like a smoothing base coat under this. Something that doesn't fully obscure the nail, but just a little bit, because especially when you magnetize it, you can see the hollow there. My camera actually doesn't pick up the hollow because it's so fine, or my phone. But I would probably do at least 3 coats over 2 coats of like a more like a jelly base kind of. So nothing that's like fully opaque, but just for my own taste. This is 3 coats. My index finger is not magnetized, so you just have the full hollow there. And the rest are, so you can kind of see it's this really nice gray jelly, but it's very, very sheer. So this is 3 coats. And this is the last but not least polish for this collection. This is the second magnetic, and this is Dancing Queens and by BKL. It is inspired by the scariest dancing ladies. And this is such a cool one. So it's kind of like a nude jelly base with large particles, silver magnetic shimmer. So it's very, I really like the jelly base. It's definitely like an orange leaning nude. Nudes are hard, I don't really know what you would call nude. This is a good neutral color though, for sure. I bet it magnetizes velvet like a beast. I bet it looks really cool. But you can see this is also pretty sheer. This is 2 coats over my nails, so even taking this away, it's definitely got like an orangey tint to it. You could do a blurring base with this too. I mean, I did 3 of this one over my natural nails, so you can see it's not quite as aggressive for visible nail line. I couldn't get a full sun shot of this, but you can still see through it, but it's a little less offensive. So that's everything from part 2 of the Elden Ring collection. I'm kind of sad it's over. I got so used to, it's like 2 months in a row of the same vibes, even though it's a super fun collection. But I'm excited to see what they do next. So I'll definitely have a video for what's upcoming, but Bee's has definitely plans at least through the end of the year, so that's exciting. I always love to see what they're doing. But let me know what you're excited to see. Let me know if you have any questions. I know that some of the polishes are sheer, and because of the formulas with some of them, because they are sheer, sometimes sheer polishes tend to have, they can have like pigment speckles in them. I didn't have any speckles in any of my bottles. It's just something to kind of be aware of when you're ordering. It's just a formula thing. But other than that, the Elden Ring Part 2 collection does drop on Friday, the 19th of July at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. There's no cap, but there is a 15% off sale. So if you want to treat yourself, it's a good opportunity to do so. And then there will also be overpours from Hurricane Wars. There will be overpours from Daughter of the Moon Goddess. And also all purchases before the 21st of July at midnight receive a free gift with purchase. Let me know if you have any questions. I will have swatches up of all of these polishes on my Instagram at Polished Bookworm, which I will also link below. And I hope you all have an excellent day. I'll be back soon to talk about my experience at Polish Beauty Expo. Have a good one.